Zebulon here again. Yesterday I started the video challenge and I focused on stepping out of your comfort zone. And today I'm going to actually look at values. One of the things that comes up in the work that I do when I'm coaching individuals is they struggle maybe implementing boundaries into their life. And boundaries could be for all different reasons with people or in relationships that they're having in their workplace, in their personal life, etc. And one of the reasons for this is they actually haven't identified what they value in their life. And when you start to identify what you value, the things that drive you and give your life meaning and purpose, then it becomes easier to implement a relationship that is comfortable for you with other people. So, you know, there's two stories that come to mind actually for me. One is I decided one time that I wanted to have a partner in my business. This is going back some time in another business that I did. And I just thought I needed the companionship, someone who was there to work with me, who would help me to, you know, make me accountable, everything else. But I didn't actually identify what the values of that relationship that I was looking for. And what I actually ended up with felt to me was a very chaotic relationship in 6 months, and it actually folded in 6 months. Because I actually found I couldn't work with this person because their timekeeping was so poor, or, you know, they're a bit, I felt dishonest. They'd say they'd be somewhere, but they wasn't. They'd find out they were somewhere else, or they wasn't hands-on approach, or they didn't contribute in terms of building up the business. So then I had to realise, what exactly am I looking for? What's important for me in terms of the values that I need within the relationship and the values that should be within the place of work? Because this person carried on as if they were in their home environment. And that's really important to identify that, though, because values come in two things. Values are situational. So, and they're moving as well. So, for example, the relationships or the values that you have within your workplace may be absolutely different to those that are in your home life and the relationships that you have with your family. Some of those values might be acknowledgement, humour, forgiveness, cooperation, productivity, love. I mean, you've got to identify for you what is important for you. And then once I think you've identified that, then it's easier to identify when you're in a situation or you're in a relationship that is actually adhering or complementing or contributing to the values that you have, and they're on par with each other. Another thing that I came across the other day, a conversation that I had with someone, is they were having difficulties implementing boundaries also with their children. And what came to mind, what was very obvious for me, is they wasn't clear for themselves where that boundary line should be. And the reason they wasn't is because they didn't make their values clear. And that was something that they actually hadn't given thought to. They just, you know, had children and hadn't realised that in order to establish a healthy individual, healthy relationships, and to teach them, you actually have to teach them the values. They don't just get everything that they want. That's not really helpful for any individual. And it's about how you earn them and how, you know, how they appreciate them rather than being bullied into giving something. So I just wanted to just share with you that it's important to identify what is important for you, what would make you feel more fulfilling in the life that you live or the relationships that you have within work or anything that you have. And it's so important to really identify that. And it's so important to understand that as you grow, your values change. And you don't have to stick with something that becomes outdated. So I just want to share that with you. Hope that's useful. And I've met a value for myself today, and that was the commitment to do this second video, because that's important for me as well. If I said I'm going to do something, my word is important for me, and it's important that I've done it, and I've done it. So thanks for listening, and speak to you tomorrow.